Hello YouTube. This video is dedicated to my good friend Graham Murphy. What is God? Some people say God is love, and other more deluded people or souls don't have any clue, a clue what God is, or think that God is some old man with a white beard in the sky. So what actually is God if God is not actually love? We could say God is love, but we could also say that God is beyond love. So, like my good friend Graham said, love is the summit and God is the mountain. That is a good metaphor, and it actually comes from the deeper part of cosmic consciousness within the self. This is a great soul, and he was a great spiritual master in Tibet, and even in this life he's a great spiritual master. But anyway, we're going off track. What is God? Is God love? God is love, but God is actually beyond love. So love is the bottom of the mountain, and the top of the mountain is God. And we're way, way, way down there, much further down than even love. So we've got a lot of climbing to do before we even get to the summit, before we even get to the bottom of the mountain, which is love. All the animals are already at that level. They're all in sync with nature, but humankind isn't. So how do we get back in sync? And how should we describe God? First of all, you got to understand that what love is quite a selfish, self-centered thing. And God is definitely not selfish. If God was selfish, all the worlds would collide in on themselves. So, what is God? God is beyond love, which means that God is beyond attachment to anything and anyone. If love is selfish, and if God is not selfish, then there must be something beyond love. And what is it? It is compassion, it is trust, it is faith, it is charity, it is the Good Samaritan. So you could say compassion is beyond love. Through compassion we have the ability to help others, whereas through love we often cling to something. For instance, someone loves money, so they cling to money. Someone loves a person, so they cling to that person. But that's not really how the labyrinth works. The labyrinth is full of attachments, all different attachments. One way is money, another way is family, another way is friends, another way is career. And you're looking and you're like, which way do I go to get out of this labyrinth? I've got money this way, I've got family this way, I've got friends this way, I've got career that way, I've got youth another way, I've got middle age another way, I've got old age another way. Which direction do you turn in? And then that's not even including hobbies, interests, and various other fetishes, fantasies. It's like a labyrinth of all different directions that you could go in. But there's only one way out of the labyrinth, and that is to go beyond attachment to anything and everything. In other words, God expects you to become God. There is no two ways about it. You'll be born and born and born and born again until you realise what God wants you to become. God wants you to become just as translucent, just as transcendental as himself, as herself. God is not just love. God is beyond love. God is beyond everything and everyone. And in order to free yourself from the matrix, you have to do the same. You have to become, you have to go beyond everything and everyone. This only is that. God bless, God bless, God bless all and everyone.